Hello, everybody. Welcome to the pre-qualifying for the Nürburgring 24-hour race in 2025. So we have 25 teams competing for the 14 available spots for next week's race. And today we have 4 qualifying sessions for you. So each session has 30 minutes in total for the drivers to set their qualifying times. It will be 2 drivers per team. They're in different sessions, and then we'll take the average of both times for the team, and then the top 14 teams, they will and enter the race next week. And so this is the setup for today. So probably can take off this thing here. And so we are just a couple of minutes away from the actual first session of the pre-qualifying. I might give you something like that here. So this is like the official program for the Nürburgring 24 hours. So today it's the pre-qualifying session. Then next Friday we have the support race DTM, Tourenwagen, Legenden. And then followed by the official qualifying and Super Bowl session for the race. And then on Saturday, at least if you're in Europe, so we have the 24 hours, the main race for you to cover. So this is how it looks like, the schedule for the next couple of days. So hope you're ready. I'm ready, definitely. So we cover like this first very important session here for the teams that are competing. So in session number 1 we should see 12 teams or 12 drivers from 12 teams, and then in session 2 it will be 13, and this will then be repeated for sessions 3 and 4 with the second driver for the teams. So yeah, we'll be there for a couple of hours for this pre-qualifying. And what are the settings? As usual, we have a custom BOP at the ERF. It's a BOP per car, so we have a bit of a BOP check procedure in place. So this means the qualifying will be held as a race, so we make sure you cannot jump back into the lobby, modify your setup or whatever once the session has started. And then we also have to do a little bit of a BOP check before we actually do the first lap, the in lap, the formation lap, or whatever you will want to call it. There you will see like the cars starting, and they will park in it at turn number 1. So they have prepared a setup with the settings, and they will send the setup to a party chat group. So just be aware that we don't see cars moving now. We will park it somewhere around the first turn, get it stopped in a safe manner. So usually we do an in-lap, head into the pits and do the checks, but due to the sheer length of the Nürburgring 24-hour layout, it would take too much time. So that's why we use turn number 1 for the checks, and then we will proceed with the warm-up lap for the drivers. So it's a 30-minute session. Oh, the drivers should be able to get 2 flying laps in for that one, and then we wait for race control to give the go command after the check has been done. Oh. 3-second penalty. How did that happen, Christina? No freaking way. But probably overtake under yellow flags. We don't know what happened. So I think we should be ready now any moment to get the cars going. Yeah, it looks nice, yeah? Very coordinated. That parking area here at turn number 1, so giving the fans some lovely shots for the memories. Take out your cameras and have a look at those liveries. So hopefully we can see that signal from race control to get the qualifying session underway. So it should usually take something like 10-15 seconds to send the screenshots. But it's a real life check. BOP is based on the power and the weight for the cars. So that's why it needs to be checked so that we don't see illegal car specs during that session, of course. It's also interesting to see how the 24 will start the race. And also they're burning some fuel. Interesting approach for that session. Okay, the session is green, so we can go on to the warm-up lap now with the drivers, and then let's have a look at our competitors for pre-qualifying session number 1. It's VEZ, the number 16 GTR, and one driver already disconnected. Oh, that is tough. We will see if there's a possibility to get them into one of the following sessions integrated. Then I will continue with the livery watch and the cars. So the 66 BMW for GT Finland races, and the sister car, the 67. We see one of the many AMGs today. It's the number 6. Yep. That is for Tavanello Racing. Then we have the 24 car, and we see a bit of a change. So the 23, sorry. Still, we see a change. The 23 is the current championship leaders. You see it at the bottom of the screen. But you see they were running the Nissan GTR Nismo, and they swapped to that McLaren 650S. literally today. So interesting choice. And the same goes for the 33. Also Ray Racing, they were running an Audi R8, now using a temporary livery for that McLaren. We will see the race livery if they make it through qualifying, of course, then on Sunday or Monday in the spotter's guide. So yeah, that's another car change. We saw some overtakes, even we shouldn't see any overtakes, but if someone is slowing down on that warm-up lap, yeah. We'll continue with the 24. AMG is second in the championships. The AMG for Apex Motorsports. And then you see another BMW. That is the 56 entry for Feel Good Racing. Joining us for the first time, I think, we have Spider GT in that 48 Porsche, that is. And for TDR, the number 1 car, the Timlur behind the wheel. And the 45, another Nissan GTR, that's anti-gravity racing with the Rice Coup. So Speed Hunter, disconnected for TDR. That was the number 2 AMG. So yeah. Alright, thank you. So Feel Good Racing joined us for the historic Le Mans race, but it's the debut for the GT Challenge. And lovely conditions today in Germany at the Nürburgring in the Eifel region. So blue skies to make it like even and fair for all sessions. There is equal conditions on, so you see it at 0.0 the wind speed, and also conditions stay the same for all 4 pre-qualifying sessions for the drivers. Also it's low tire wear, so everyone is running on those racing softs for the session, and drivers were starting with half a tank of fuel for it. So the fuel gets lighter throughout the session, the tire wear kicks in a little bit. And yeah, so we run it as a race, of course, so we don't see like qualifying standings. We'll have to grab those lap times then afterwards from the results screen. Still, we should see who will get the fastest lap and a good time, definitely. On the display once we see a flying lap. Just spotted that for the 33 they are running with damage already, so as always it is heavy damage at the ERF. And what is the decision now? probably pit, fixed the damage, and then just have one lap? Maybe. But that's probably the worst thing you can have on your outlap, to receive some of the damage. And it looks like max out win for the 66 crew will be the first driver to start the flying lap. Christina had that 3-second penalty. And we should see not close racing, hopefully, during this qualifying session, so get yourself a bit of a gap. And now it's go, go, go. So 66 starting the first flying lap. And some randomers joining the lobby again. Why is this always happening? People, leave those lobbies, please. If you're not going to race, don't join a live lobby. How hard can it be? Oh, the 67 then. Third out on track, and as expected, the 33 is in the pits. They fix the damage and just get one chance to go for a timed lap. On that GP loop for now, we have a look at all those cars for a brief moment. 56 on their flying lap as well. The same goes for the 48 Porsche. The number 1 AMG and the 33 McLaren for re-racing on that outlap. The 45, it is for anti-gravity racing. And our championship leaders in that McLaren 650S. They did a very slow warm-up lap. And now we're on the GP loop. So let's go on board and go on to that wild ride, that roller coaster ride. Now on that Nordschleife, approaching Flugplatz, the double ride. Is it flat out? Easy, flat. Carrying the speed. And now the run towards Schwedenkreuz. The left-hander, maybe a little lift. It's little lift needed. Braking hard for the downhill ride. That's Arenberg. And accelerate down towards the Fuchsröhre. Narrow track. A little lift over that kink into Adenauer Forest, one of the slowest sections out of the right-hander. And we're approaching the rubble tree on the left-hand side. Hello! And now into Metzgesfeld. Left-hander, little lift, brake for the upcoming left-right. Downhill we go, long right-hander. Now into Spiegelkurve. It is flat, left, right, into the triple right, miss, hit, miss. And now heavy braking into Wehrseifert, first gear, even for rotation, second gear on the exit. And we go down towards right side, the left-hander over the bridge, the city of Adenau, into the right, Exmühle, we go early on to the power. Next little flat-out section, and it's that little kink, no worries. Break for Bergwerk, important corner to get the exit speed. That looked decent. And now it's the long run uphill. That's the Kesselchen section, and it's quite steep, that run. So next up we will see the left-hander Mut Kurve. Is it flat? A little lift was needed. The BMW what carries the speed coming out of Klostertal. And now heavy braking once again. Approaching Steilstrecke. We're going again uphill into the famous Caracciola carousel. We go to the concretes. Nice tight line. And out of the carousel, passing kilometer 14 on the Nordschleife, and now into the Hohe Acht section. Nice steady run. We see the fast Wippermann chicane. No drama at all. Down a gear, and it's going down towards Brünchen. Into the right hander we go. Accelerate, leave Brünchen with the right hander. YouTuber's corner. No drama at all. Braking for Eiskurve. Uphill, left, right, over the curb we go. And approaching Pflanzgarten. So the first little jump hill, we go down, drop a gear. Right hander early on to the power again. The left downhill, the exit of Pflanzgarten. And now into the Stefan Bellow S. Flat out, no lift needed. Staying in 5th gear. Braking for the entry of Schwalbenschwanz. The fast entry. The left-hander. And now the exit of Schwalbenschwanz. The kleine Karussell. Tidy lap so far. So one crucial corner. Galdenkopf, the double right. So you need to nail that corner to carry the speed down the long Döttinger Höhe. And we see a 7:13.2 here under the bridge. And now it's breathe a little bit. And we see the tourist ride on the right hand side. Under the Bildstein Bridge we go, 7:36. Now it's Tiergarten into the final chicane, Hohenrhein. It is brake for the right into the left, and we see the first sub 8-minute lap time probably for a max out Finn in his BMW. It is a 7:58 to start with. Christina with a 8-minute flat for the 16, and the 67 as well with a 58.6. We have the number 6 with an 8-minute 01, an 8:08 for the 24. You see Feelgood Racing with an 8-minute 01.5 and an 8-minute 6 for Spider GT, and Tim with an 8:01.3 for the number 1 AMG. Welsh now starting that one and only flying lap for the 33, an 8:04.9. It is for the 45, and we are waiting for the 23. Don't think that's a sub 8 minute. This stage also a slower lap. Now getting the fuel down even more, so AMS like playing the risky game at 8:08 as well. So I'll quickly then update those times. We'll see where this gets us. So the 23 will then wait E61. It's the 45, then 8:04.92. Still waiting for Welshie, and we have it's 8:06.5. The number 1 with an 8:01.3. An 8:01.573. That is close. Close between those two teams. That is the 56 car. .588. It's the fastest so far, 7:58.447. .801.264 for the number 6 Tornado. Very strong lap time for the sister team, the 67. It's not far behind. Christina, 8-minute flat. Number 16. Trying to get my spreadsheet working. Sorry for being a bit silent during that second lap. And that's the end of the qualifying session. Did we see any improvements? Christina didn't improve. Super S2K with that 755.660. That gamble worked. Ghost also with slight improvement. Walter, same time. Tim with a 59.8, 804.5 for the 45. And here comes the 24, a 757, an 806 for Spider GT. And 7:58.4 will be the time for the finished drivers. So I think that is all. So unfortunately my spreadsheet doesn't work. It's a bit confused. Bear with me. I think no one is on an actual flying lap anymore. Right, so we just wait then for the final results, and then we'll start that session 1 standings out for you, so we can get a first glance at the teams that would make it through to the main race. Right, so I'll quickly grab the results. So we can grab the sheet, so the lobby will be reset now. Bring up those you on the screen, and I will fill in the gaps and then hopefully present you. So grab those times now. Super with that 7:55.6. That is definitely fast lap time. Yeah, with you in a sec. I will. Oh, I think I was prepared, but I wasn't. Let's go. Grab those results. G. They go 7:55.60. Bear with me. Technical difficulties. So here we have sorted it now. So entering those times 68.211 6 8 0.7 23.7 67. But fine. Five. Go for 5, 6, 9. The number 1, 7, 9.83, 6. Right. No, don't want to see that, of course. Porsche 806.541 6 7 58 7 33 Welshi 8 0.72. Right, so thing works now. But something. I hate it when technology doesn't work as intended. So sorry, I had so much plans. Need to go to the next lobby and I'll sort that spreadsheet for you. How hard can it be? Come on. least I'm in the lobby. Finally. So 13 drivers in that lobby. Yeah, that's nice. So then we can start the second session for the pre-qualifying. Again, 30 minutes BOP check, and we can go racing. We are green, so we see cars moving. So yeah, my spreadsheet doesn't work, so it is what it is. All right, we see the 32 for ray racing, Audi R8. We have a McLaren, the 27, that is for Inferno Motorsport. And we see the 49 Lexus or Spider GT, LMP, the 83 car, and with the Nissan, a username I cannot pronounce by all means. but whatever that name is. So it is our Rust Racing team. No, it's Cabin Academy, sorry, got confused. The 71 McLaren. We have many cars close to each other. So who is that? AMG, that's the 77. That is the Rust Racing team. In the 61, it is the second BZ team, another Nissan Nismo GTR. The BMW for GTMA, the number 9. And one Porsche. Again, what's that entry? Is it on my list? Yeah, it's Rust Racing Team as well. With the Porsche entry, the number 11. In the number 13, it's Cabin Crew. McLaren. We have another B, M, and W. It's that Nexus Racing and the 54 machine. 93. It's our only Lamborghini Huracan in that entry list. And at the back, cruising in the 99. Bit confused. Where's that car on my list? I don't have the 99 on my list, to be honest. Was the entry form maybe not correct, or did I make a mistake? Or was it a late change? I really don't know. I feel like I'm missing this car on my list. To be honest, I cannot really tell you at the moment. Oh, I need to scroll. I'm not up to speed today. Sorry, the 99 is Divine Eye Racing. So, well, that's our 13 cars for session number 2. Waiting for the warm-up lap to complete for the drivers, and then we have a look. I'm still trying to sort like my sheet. I want to give you like an overview, so desperately bear with me. So, still have no clue why my spreadsheet is not working, so we need to go to manually times off afterwards. Sorry. Let's have a look at the cars running on their first flying laps. See if we missed something in here. So all cars currently still on track, running. The 61 with some damage. Also the 11 with a bit of damage currently, so they have to pit and repair that damage. And also the 93, so tricky warm-up lap by the looks, pushing too hard maybe on this lap. And you won't believe it, I have my spreadsheet running now. A miracle has happened. So we'll show you that after that session. So we get the idea. So on that final straight, what lap time will we see for the Lexus for the Spider GT? Will it be a sub 8 minute? Getting close? Don't think so. Just be above 8 minutes, I reckon. 8:01.1. Beetlejuice for Ray Racing with an 8:04.3. Kevin for Inferno an 8:01.8. Then it's the username I cannot pronounce, an 8:05. Runkster for LMP 8:01.2. Redder for GTMA. It could be a sub 8 minute or 7:56.9. That is the second fastest lap so far qualifying. That pre-qualifying session should put it. It's Butterbeak for a 8:04, or that McLaren, what's that entry? That 13 it is. Couldn't spot the number. We see the 61 still running with the damage. Not sure if this was like the best call. It's light damage on the front, 8:37. Feeling confident enough to get a quick lap time even with this damage. The same for the 11, 8:18. with the damage. 77 with an 8:12 currently. We're still waiting for 11, 12 and 13 to set a lap time. It's 8:21. That won't be a really fast lap time. The 99, 8:18, and heavy damage for the 93 on that lap. It's too late to pit now. That is tough now, I think, for the 93 crew. Probably now 805 and front rear suspension damage all over that Lamborghini. So let me quickly run through the lap time so far. So the 7:56.9 for the number 9 BMW for GTMA. Currently that fastest. We see a 8:01.1 for the 49 Lexus, an 8:04.3 for the 32 Audi, 8:01.8 for the 27 Inferno Motorsports McLaren, an 8:01.2 for the 83 LMP in Nissan. So 8:01 seems to be a time many drivers are capable of doing. 8:05.6. That's probably a bit too slow for the 71 McLaren. We saw that already. The 13 McLaren with an 8:04 is still a bit time to improve, I guess. And then the 61 with that front splitter damage. So what is possible for BZ in that 61? How much will it cost them? An 8:18 for the number 11 Porsche and an 8:12.5 for the very colorful AMG. Number 77 it is. With an 8:40 for the 54 the Beamer, an 8:18 for the 99 Porsche, and that 9:05 for the 93 currently and running with heavy damage. So we'll then stay with the cars now as they approach the second third of the lap, and not improving, 1 second down and a bit. What about the 32 Audi? Will we get an updated on that lap time? Not yet. Where's the next split time? Oh, we should stay, I think, with the 32. It's 1.2 seconds up on the personal best. would get them closer to that 8:01. It seems to be like a good reference lap time. Don't know what the predictions are for the cutoff time this year. I think last year was 8:05, 8:06, something like that, to make it onto the grid for the race. We've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers sub 8 minute so far. .1 second, that can Beetlejuice sneak into the 8:02s. Let's see if that Audi has a low drag setup or maximum downforce. Hitting 273, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, nearly 280 kph. Will be an improvement. How much? That is the question. So it's an 8:03.1, right? Still a good improvement. What about LMP? It's close. That's an 8:02. Didn't improve. What about GTMA? Redder. Another sub 8 minute, but 7:56.9 is the lap time. 8:05 will stay. And that 8:01.8 for Inferno Motorsport as well. So next up we see Badabik. No improvement, already past that personal best. Can the Porsche improve? Rust Racing Team is an improvement, but also a bit of damage. Oh, hit that wall. But 8:14 maybe. Crosses the line. 8:15 even. A slight improvement. Also damage for the AMG. What about D61? More damage. 8:37.1. That's the best time. That's a bit of a downer, I think, for VEZ. For their second car. But this could be a nice improvement for the 54. 8:02 incoming, maybe 8:01. 8 flat. Nice lap time. So puts them up there with the front runners. What about the 99? Could be a little improvement on that 8:18. Not by much. 8:16 maybe. 17.4. And the 93 with that heavy damage. And just starting the run onto the Dutching Array. 8 minutes in already. That will be a long day for the 93. And it's already slowing down. No improvement on that 9:05 for the 93. Alright, and spins it, so we don't want to see that. So we go to where is ladder for GTMA with that 7:56.9 straight lap time for the number 9 BMW. So we wait for the session to finish. And, I'm gonna quickly add those lap times into my sheet, and I can hopefully present them to you. This time for real, trust me. Oh, let's have a look. 8:04 or the 13. The 27 with an 8:01.864. Minutes 12. $77. 12.564. 49. Parked up there. Then 8:01.10. 8:05.6. What's that? It's the 71. $643. The 11 car. Eight 15.859. 83. Nice lap time. Eight 01.277. So that a 32 then 08.03 104 61 8:37.179 93 car. It is an 09 05.834 54 with a really strong lap time. 8:00.726, and that is, what's that car? Come on, give me. It's the 99 Porsche. Okay, I have it. My list, an 8-minute 17.420. Right, so let me quickly update this. Okay. So, the spreadsheet looks okay, I think. So we will wait for that timer to finish, actually. So when does the race finish? That is the question. But I can show you this now. And we are missing the first car. Damn it. Better. We are back with session 3. Drivers are joining the lobby now, and it's a really close grid at the moment. So yeah, you just saw that provisional top 14, and after session 1 and 2 for the teams, so it's an 8-minute 01.8. That is the cut-off time. So definitely faster than last year. And some of the drivers, they need to improve if they want to make it. Still not sure what happens to the number 2 AMG or TDR. They disconnected in the first session. I see Speed Hunter is back in the lobby again. So will they have 2 drivers in that lobby? Yeah, it looks like it. So we might have 13 and on track. What is here? 13 drivers ticked in for this, and we can have a look at the drivers that are competing. You see that on the top right, so where my little pointer was, a World Tour finalist, AMS Windfire. So with us Drift King for the sister team for AMS, the Shadow. Then for GT Finland Racers Fresh. Therefore Tavernello, we have Cookies. For GT Finland Racers number 2, we have Shadow. For TDR taken, and Speed Hunter as well for TDR with that second chance. We have Matti for Feel Good Racing here in with us. Roadrunner Junior for TDR as well. Nukaria for the 16Z. We have Honor for Ray Racing. And the 32. Him for Spider GT, and Mag 1 for Anti-Gravity Racing. So those are the 13 drivers, the 12 teams that will start the pre-qualifying session number 3 very, very soon. So who are drivers that need to improve? I think Spider GT, that Porsche, currently sitting outside of the top 14. That is 18 currently with an 805, 806, 806.5, sorry. Looking maybe to get in. Also, the TDR number 2, both drivers now in that lobby, trying to make their way into the top 14. If you want to improve, you need to get down to a 8-minute flat, I think. At 801.8 currently on average would be the cutoff time. We just, was just one driver for every team so far. But the second driver now needs to perform in that pre-qualifying session, and then the average will be taken for both of the drivers for the team. And then we're going again for session number 3. And again, we do the BOP check. We saw that a couple of times now. The drivers will park it up at turn 1. Okay, it's wild scenes happening at turn number 1. So not sure how difficult it is to park your car and without hitting someone else, but it looks like everyone got away with it. No damage. I think getting damage would be like the worst case scenario for the drivers, and this time everyone is parking it after the first chicane and they're waiting for the signal from race control to get that qualifying session underway. So it's currently the 24 with a 7:55.6, the fastest lap so far. Then P2, it's the number 9 BMW for GTMA with a 7:56.9. P3, it's the 23 car, and the McLaren for AMS with a 7:57.8. And the two GT Finland racers, so that is the 66 car and the 67, it's Cookies, I think, both cars with a 7:58, a 0.0 for the 67, a 0.4 for the 66. Then the number 1, where's that number 1? That is Roadrunner, the AMG, now with a 7:59.8. So those are your 6 teams with a sub 8 minute lap time. You also have, I think, 4. The number 6, that's an 8:01.1 currently. And in the number 16 car, they are currently sitting at a 8:00.2. Also, the Feel Good Racing BMW up there with an 8:00.079. So it's really, really close. And we are green. We are green. Right. And we have the 24 leading the field now on that warm-up lap. Also leading the standings currently after sessions 1 and 2. Speed Hunter for TDR, the Fresh for Tavanello Racing, 2 AMGs, and the first of the BMWs, Cookies for GT Finland Racers, the 67, and the 66 car right behind with the Shadow. Lucadia for BEZ, number 16 Nissan. And the 23 McLaren for the championship leaders, indicating the leader with the Spider GT 48 Porsche, so they're currently sitting outside of the top 14. So the pressure is on. Honor. Then in the Audi R8 for Ray Racing, it's the 32. They are currently, let me have a look, P15 with an 8:03. So they're just outside of that top 14. Then we have Feel Good Racing with Matti, currently inside the top 14. Yellow flag. Oh no. Oh, Speed Hunter crashed on the warm-up lap. Oh, that's not ideal to put it that way. And now has to wait probably for his teammate to come through. That is Shadow. So the two TDR number 2 AMGs, P12, P13, and Speed Hunter with that front damage and a bit of suspension as well. Roadrunner Junior for the number 1 AMG. So number 1 AMG in P6 currently, so looking promising. And for the 45 Nissan Mag 1, where is that car currently? Let me have a look. P16. P17 currently. Also trying to book a spot there for the top 14. Also the pressure for every driver is like your lap time counts no matter what. So if you have a bad qualifying, the average then is taken for your team with the other driver. So you shouldn't be too far off in that time. So that's why we can still see some changes for the top 14. Slowly moving up towards the front runners for this qualifying session number 3. And it looks like Windfire, probably Windfire, it's the better pronunciation, in the 24 AMG for AMS USA, setting the pace early, getting into a rhythm. Slowly approaching the final part of the track. Just have a look if someone else had some issues on that warm-up lap. So far looking good. Gaps not too big between the Shadow and Lucaria, so not sure if you want to be that close for your qualifying lap. Ooh. Interesting. Drift King has damage on the rear. Not much, but still damage. So will they pit, fix it, and go for one lap only? Probably that's the way to go if it's on your warm-up lap. And hit, fix the damage, put on a new set of soft tires and go for it. So someone I would probably expect heading into the pits. Also Spider GT driver Lim Huis with the damage on his Porsche. Also someone who might jump directly into the pits after this first warm-up lap. Mag 1, no damage. Shadow has damage as well for the number 2. So both number 2 AMGs with the damage. They just get one chance probably to set a lap time. It's definitely the heat, the pressure, whatever. And Windfire will start that first timed lap right about now in that 24 AMG. Next up will be fresh for Tavanello Racing. 2 AMGs leading the way. Then we have the BMW's Cookies for the 67 crew, followed by Shadow, the 66, and Lucaria still close behind. We see Honor in the pits with that damage. We see Drift King in with that damage. So Roadrunner will be the next driver and to start the flying lap. And also Limuis is in to repair that damage. So Matti for FGR now starting that lap. Might face some traffic. They have no drama with the Drift King. There's Honor right in front. The gap is big enough for now. No Shadow is in, and also Speed Hunter is in, so they just get one timed lap. Now both of them. Same goes for a D48 car. Alright. Let's ride with the AMG. Into Hudson-Bach we go, braking to the right-hander, carrying the speed. No issue here. The exit of Hudson-Bach, using all of the curb on the exit. Let's wait for Flugplatz. Little lift on the entry. Crazy speeds there. 284. Yeah, at Schwedenkreuz. That car is flying, literally. 6 car also now heading into Arenberg, down towards the Foxhole. And the 2 BMWs. And it's still a close gap between Shadow and Lucaria. The 16 Nissan, hoping to get a good reference out of the Finnish driver. So Roadrunner in the green monster. AMG number 1. Honor is on the outlap. Matti is flying. Drift King on the outlap after that pit stop. Mag 1 on a flying lap. Lim on the outlap. Shadow is on the outlap. And Speed Hunter is on the outlap. And I hate to say it, but Speed Hunter has damage again. no time to do any more pit stops. No. Doesn't look too good for the number 2 TDR car, to be honest. So, what a run through Moot Kurve. It kept the power down, the foot down. Looks like a great run so far up towards the carousel. We go, dropped down to first gear. Losing second. Definitely increased the gap to Fresh. In P2, we see the deltas. Oh, not the best exit coming out of the carousel. A little wiggle. That loses him a bit of time. And Cookies is catching on a good lap so far. So what's the mindset on that first flying lap? Do you want to get a banker in, or push it like and don't care about the second lap? Off track for the 16. It's a bit of dirty tires maybe. Now losing a bit more pace. Number 1 keeping it steady so far. Matti and Drift King. They're past Mac and Honor with a damage again, also not looking good for the 32 with a damage on the outlap. Lim kept it clean so far. Shadow as well taking the high line at the carousel. Alright. And Speed Hunter also out of the carousel with that damage. So let's have a look at Windfire. Coming down the Döttinger, and will set that first reference lap time. 33. It will be a sub 8 minute. And that will put them safely into the top 14 for the race. It's a 7:54.9. Here we go. Oh, raising that bar for the other teams. What about Fresh? Will it be sub 8 minute? Probably just 7:59 incoming. 8 minute. The Cookies with a 7:55.4. That also is done for the race qualification. Shadow with an 8:02. Now that might get close towards the end. Lucaria with a 8:02.8 as well. Whereas Roadrunner 7:56.9, so the number 1 is also qualified for the race with that lap. Matti for Feel Good Racing and 8:00. That should also be enough for FGR. Basically the same lap time as his teammate earlier on. And there should be safe with a sub 8:01 average. So Honor decides to pit, but there's not enough time to set a lap time. So that's the end of qualifying for the 32, and they won't be making the grid, unfortunately, with that strategy. .48, can they improve? Currently outside of the top 14. And also the number 2 team, AMG for TDR, Shadow and Speed Hunter now starting their flying laps. So a bit of a surprise to see the 32 pitting. Let's have a quick look at those lap times. I'm trying to do the live update and see where the cars will be. So with those lap times, .755 average for the 24. That is a strong pace, of course. The number 6. At 8-minute 00.402. There was an 8-minute flat average, roughly 67 with a 7 straight lap time. .56.7 on average. Where's the 66 car then? Minute flat. Oh no, the 48 disconnected. So there's no improvement. Oh, that's unlucky for the Spider GT Porsche. With an 8-minute 01.5 currently on average. And the number 1 AMG with a 7-minute 58.4. 56. Let's have a look. Where are they? uh, 8-minute 00.1 for FGR. We still wait for Drift King. At the 45 to see. 8 minute 5.6 currently. And then we still have the 3 drivers who will just set 1 lap time. In pre-qualifying session number 3. So we need to have a look at the 23 there. Don't see any drama so far, but we also see no purple lap time. Not sure how far behind Drift King is behind the sister car. Is he on track for a sub 8 minute? I think he's a bit off, not too much, maybe 7:58. Oh, coming down, detaching Höhe. Not sure about that 8 minute. It's 4 seconds off. That 54 might be just enough. But all you need is to make it into the top 14, and it looks good. Looks good. Sub 8 minute confirmed. 7:58.381 for the 23. Where is Shadow? Oh, that's a fast lap time as well for the number 2. 7:56 maybe? 56.351. And Speed Hunter with an 8:09. .643. That's an 8:01.4 on average. That could be just enough for the number 2, maybe just. So Mac didn't improve. Matti improved. Nice. 7:58.4 for FGR. So let's update this one. Improvement for Nukaria. We saw Drift King with that 7:58.3. Rash improved well to a sub 8 minute for Tavanello. honor, but the timer will run out midway through this lap. Shadow improved as well for D66. Cookies with that 755.4 and Windfire with that 754.9 fastest individual lap time so far. TDR also jumped BEZ and by tiniest margin, so average for TDR in that number 2 is an 801.497 and for VEZ is an 801.514. But this could be roughly around that cutoff time, so that 801.5. So far we have AMS USA and in that pole position. GT Finland Racers, the 67 in P2. And AMS Canada in P3. Then it's the number 1 AMG in P4 currently, the 66. Where is he? Also with a sub 8 minutes on average. And the same goes for the Feel Good Racing crew with Matti, making sure they will be entering that race with a 7:59.2 on average. Then we have a couple of 8-minute 01s on average. Is Tavanello, TDR and VEZ currently. Those threes with an 801.1, 801.4, 801.5. Then we need to wait for the other drivers. We have Anti-Gravity Racing, the 45 car. It's currently sitting at an 805.6 average. And we need to wait then for the rest of the grid for the following requalifying session number 4 to see who makes the cutoff. At the moment it would be Spider GT and the 49 car. They all have to set their lap times again. And I don't know what we will do with the 48 Spider GT. So they had a disconnect. The number 2 could rejoin that session, but they haven't really been on a lap. The 48 was already running on a midway through that qualifying session, so pretty sure race control will have an answer for that what can be done for this one. So yeah, this should be end of pre-qualifying session 3. Once that, here we go, finished. So we must grab the results for, so yeah, Honor with no lap time as well, and then also no lap time from the game. All right, so quickly bring up the notes while we are waiting for the next lobby. Final session for the pre-qualifying. Now, we are entering the room. We shouldn't be that far away from those final 30 minutes. And then we know our 14 teams that will be competing in the event next week. And we should see 13 drivers at least maybe we'll see one more because of the disconnect. I expect we see the 13 teams we saw in session number 2 again. Let's have a look at drivers Loki. Therefore, VZ, we have Berger or Inferno, Cameron Kaboom, interesting name, Ghosted for Spider GT, that Lexus, Mateusz for Transatlantic in the 93, Squishy Dealer for Nexus Racing, it is. Yucks. They have crazy names. Trust me, drivers. Hyper and 11 Porsche, that is for Rust Racing. Dylan for Ray Racing. Mojo for LMP at Nissan GTR. AWH Smith. It is the 99 Porsche, that is. Line I Racing. Then you have GTX for GTMA. Who are we missing then? Let me have a look at my list. Someone joining, so that could be our 13th driver. They are not ticked in yet, so they are ticked in now. Where's that? It's AMG currently in the outside of the 1477 AMG. All right. So 13 drivers are in and everyone seems to be ready. Then let's go for the final session, pre-qualifying for the Nürburgring 24-hour event next week here at Endurance Racing Federation. So hope everyone has their screenshots ready now before we start that race. So see the final instructions on screen here from race control, and then let's get this started. We'll make it into the top 14. I think we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Nine slots fairly safe. 5 still for grabs, and LMP, someone I have an eye on, Inferno Motorsport, could be there, could be there. Maybe it's maybe we get a down to an 805 on average. Oh, don't go to chat. Go to this one. So we someone with a disconnect already at the start. So what do we do? Will we restart that lobby? That final lobby? There's no more lobbies after that. So I'm not sure what's the call here. Again, GT lobbies, the poor connections showing us once again what's the issue with the game. We had one driver being disconnected. I'm not sure what's the call now. People should be parked by now. So this is not going to plan. So reversing on a live track, we will probably see some stewards' decisions happening here. The cars are moving while they should be stationary. Instructions were very clear at the start of this. If you don't obey, you will receive a disqualification. And I hate to say it, but this is not a good showing here for the drivers. Here for both of the teams, here the 54 and the number 9. Everything will be investigated after those sessions. The only question is, will we get a lobby reset because of the disconnect or not? Okay, we don't get a reset. We'll go racing. Then the final session is underway. So this leaves us with 12 drivers. And again, the gaps are way too close between the cars on this warm-up lap. And we don't want to see racing on that warm-up lap as well. Pretty sure the stewards and race control, they are not happy with that opening to the final session here for the pre-qualifying. Let's have a look at the starting grid for this final session, and then we'll deal with the aftermath after the session. So the number 11 Porsche is missing, if I seen that correctly. That is 99, yeah. So the 11 Porsche with an 8:15.4 so far. P21 after the first 2 sessions. So it would be very hard for them to make it into the top 14 either way. But still unlucky to get that disconnect during that session. So then let's focus on the cars and the drivers. So what can we expect? The 61, for example, that Nissan 8:37.1. So even if they go sub 8 minutes, it will be still roughly at 8:15-16 on average. That might be a little bit too slow compared to the other teams. The 54 car they opened with an 8:00.7. So if Squishy Dealer can confirm that lap time, they have a spot for the race. And for GTMA, it is there that first driver Reda with a 7:56.9. So I think even an 8:03, 8:04 would be enough for GTX and in that BMW. The 49 Lexus, they started with an 8:01.1. So the same if this time can be replicated, they are in. In 93 they had a poor first session, 9:05, but it's basically out of reach for the 93 to make that grid. So we don't see a Lambo in the grid, unfortunately. The 99 Porsche Divine racing with an 8:17.4. Also low chances probably to make that grid. LMP, the 83 Nissan. They are currently, where are they? On my sheet. I must be blind. (8:01.2) again, so basically the same time and should also be in. Dylan for racing the 33 McLaren, a late change as well from the Audi to the McLaren, literally 30 minutes before the pre-qualifying for the 33. 8:00, so they have a chance, definitely, somewhere around this range to make it to the race. Then it's the 13 McLaren cabin crew, 8:04. A little improvement, sub 8 minutes, and they should have a really good chance to make the grid. And need to find the 71 on my sheet. Cabin Academy 806. Would be a massive improvement on that 806. 755 maybe. And Inferno Motorsport with a 801.8. Again, roughly the same lap time, and they're also in. At least that is my calculation so far. So we see the money shot on that long straight with plenty of cars on it. And then it will be squishy dealer for Nexus Racing, the 54 BMW, to start that first flying lap of the final pre-qualifying session. Here we go. Right behind we have GTX for GTMA, another BMW. So two hot contenders for the top 14. The 61 has some work to do if they want to make it. '77, a long shot, 8 minutes 12. That first recorded lap time. Sub 8 minutes needed. And a bit more. It's doable, we saw that. The Lexus for Spider GT. Currently sitting in P14 if no one would improve and set a lap time. But that's very unlikely to happen. 13 with some work to do as well with an 804, but that's within range still for the cabin crew team. So just want to say, so far looking good. The 71, though the first car with some damage on that flying lap. 71 with an 806 on that. That is bad timing now. You cannot pit. You don't have time to repair the damage. And it's unlucky for LMP. You're stuck behind that McLaren now. LMP currently sitting outside of the top 14. Oh, they don't think this lap will be the fastest one, but that is the tricky bit here at the Nordschleife. Just very few spots to overtake that quali, and extending it around the outside, you see that damage has an impact on that McLaren. But it's still tough luck for LMP. Dylan Forey racing in that basic McLaren livery for now. If they make it, then we will see the official livery pretty soon. The Lambo for the 93 and the 27 McLaren, a big gap, so they don't want to get distracted at all. Well, let's jump back to the front and go a little bit on board in that Beamer for Squishy Dealer. and Nexus Racing, number 54. Bit tail happy that BMW is always over the curbs. Whoa, again another bank slapper coming out of Bergwerk. Cost him a little bit of speed probably. So 8-minute flat and they're in. Keeping it in 5th gear. You don't need to worry about the fuel for that session. So you can use that 5th gear in that BMW. Again, using the long gears in that BMW. Oh, again, a big moment for the German driver. Not like the cleanest lap, but it could be a fast one still. Again, a bit too deep. Brings it back before Brünchen. Downhill we go. Early on the power again. Aggressive over the curb uphill. Oh, nearly touched the grass. This is a lap on the edge. You can tell it. Is it too much aggressiveness? So for a sub 8 minute, I think you're looking at a 7, 12, 13 split sector time before the bridge. So it's close. So would be just at 8 minutes, and this would be enough, I think, for the 54. Looks like just nail that final chicane and you're good. And maybe a 59, 58. What will it be? 58.717. So they're in. 8:04 would be target time for GTX. Oh, this could be close as well for GTMA. So 8:03, that's not enough. 8:02 for the 77. Good start, but they need to find more time. The 49 with an 8:01, let me have a look. So 8:01, yeah, that could be just enough to get into the race as well. LMP with that 8:02, we saw that stuck behind the McLaren. So 8:02 for LMP. That could be close. We will update the times. And Inferno Motorsport Burger with an 8:01.1, so that is a slight improvement on average. Probably at an 8:01.5 on average now. But this is tight. The drivers that are now pitting, they won't get a lap time in, so the 71, no lap. The 99, no lap. And also the 33, no lap. So that is the qualifying done for the car. So we'll quickly update the times. Live standing. The 54. GTX, the number 9. Is that the 61 car? The 77. It's the 49. Nearly there, so those 3 won't get the lap time. So let's have a look at the current top 14. So LMP, where's LMP? Sitting in P14 currently with an average of 8 minute 1.7. Inferno Motorsport in P13 with an 8:01.53. Then we have VZ, the 16 car. They're not competing in this session anymore. The TDR, the number 2 car, they made it, I think, now. They're in P11. Spider GT, the 49. Where is that car? Is in 8:01.3. Tavanello Racing is in. GTMA would be in with an 8:00.5. Nexus Racing is in with an 7:59 on average. So P15 is currently the 45. Anti-Gravity Racing with an 8 minute 5.6, and I think I can't see anyone else competing for that P14 spot at the moment. So it looks like that LMP got that final spot number 14 already. Cars running are the 61, but their average is an 8 minute 20. The 77 is running an average of 8 minute 07. So they need to find like 6 seconds, maybe 7. Is it possible for the 77? He's off track. I don't think. That's an improvement. Dirty tires. Nearly crashed out of YouTuber's corner. It's 2.3 seconds down. So no improvement. What is possible for Mojo, for LMP? As of now, they would be in and they're improving. They want to get to that sub 8 minute time. Good effort so far. Will it be enough to get under that magic 8 minute marker? Mojo is pushing. That banker lap was just enough for them. Around a Galgenkopf for the final time for the session. He is closing. Maybe he gets a little bit of slipstream down the straight again. There's a slow car in front. That was Spider GT with Ghosted. Eight-minute flat for LMP Mojo, maybe. And that's an improvement. A 7, no, 8:00. Great lap time. So what did we miss? GTX didn't improve. The 77, they didn't improve. The 61, neither. Squishy Dealer improved that lap by a little bit. That's consistency. I think 0.717.714. Well done. We saw that. No improvement for the McLaren for Inferno. Keeps it at a 801.1. And then we have 3 drivers on the outlap. They won't be able to complete it. So the 71, no lap time recorded. The same goes for the 13 McLaren, the 99 Porsche, and the 33 McLaren. So that is, let's say, the end of our pre-qualifying session. I will bring up the provisional standings in a second, but just double check to see we're not missing out on anything. Drivers are just driving around now. I won't get any lap time in for this, so then let's keep this picture. 54 and 49 parking here at turn number 1, and Squishy Dealer with the fastest lap time of session number 4. Fastest overall time goes to AMS USA 7:54.974. The driver swaps, yeah, running 2 lobbies, and then when lobby 1 is approaching the end of their stint on that second to last lap, they will pit, and then the following lobby they will start their race roughly 10-15 minutes before that swap. They will do an in-lap, and the drivers wait in the pits until they get the go command from their teammates when they arrive at their pit crew. So that is like box to box, like the system is called. So and this continues from lobby to lobby. So for the 24-hour race we have 12 stints, 2 hours each in time. And so after those 2 hours of driving, you drive into the pits, give the go signal, and then in the next lobby the race continues. So that way we will like maintain the gaps between the drivers. So we have a live race across multiple lobbies, that is. So just waiting and for that session to finish, and I will bring up the results for you then. So on average we have the 24 in the AMG AMS USA, and second race goes to GT Finland Racers in that BMW, the 67, E3, the 23, and the championship leaders AMS Canada, and the McLaren E4 2 TDR number 1 AMG 66 BMW for GT Finland Racers, and followed by Feel Good Racing, another BMW, the 56, and the 54 BMW for Nexus, also on average sub 8 minute. Then GTMA 8 minute flat, and in that BMW the number 9 car, followed by the AMG for Tourewagen Racing, the number 6 with an 801. Look at those 801s. I just realized I forgot to update this one, so you don't want to miss the great lap time here for LMP. So LMP just also with an 800 on average. So we have then here the number 2 AMG for TDR made it as well as the 16 Nissan for VEZ in P13, and Inferno Motorsport making that cut, the 27 McLaren. But those 8 minutes 01 on average, like it's crazy. Look at that, between Tavanello Racing, Spider GT, TDR, VZ, and Inferno Motorsports. That is close. So yeah, tough challenge this one. So not in the 24-hour race will be Anti-Gravity Racing, Rust Racing Team, VEZ the 61 Nissan, Transatlantic Racing, Ray Racing with both cars, Cabin Crew, Spider GT with that 48 Porsche, Cabin Academy in the McLaren, Rust Racing in the 11 Porsche, and the Divine Eye Racing in the 99 Porsche. Numbers don't lie, incredibile. What you're saying, average is not correct. You made it. That's the thing, right? What is wrong with the average? Something is off. Yeah, you're right. Right. But the spreadsheet is broken. I blame it. I blame it on the spreadsheet today. So, any average. Yeah, you will get the official standings, of course, on the Discord. But it's still okay. For Tavanera Racing, you made it into the race. So that is probably the best news for you. Right. So enough of that. We wait for this one to finish, and then I finish the stream as well. Here we go. Quickly screenshot those settings, results, and then we go to our this one. So what's next? So pre-qualifying session is done. So next Friday we have the Tourenwagen Legenden here as the opener for the event, followed by the qualifying session later that day for the race. And then it will be the big race on Saturday here, the 24. Green flag roughly at 3:10 p.m. British summertime. As always, all those races and sessions will be broadcasted live with commentary. So, yeah, hope to see you next week, then Friday, for the Tourenwagen Legenden and the qualifying session. Have a nice weekend and see you next week, I guess. Bye bye.